Hello everyone, this is Christy. Today I'm going to show you the cards that I made with these dies, and these are from Inlovearts, and I will show you how to make them. Yeah, this is a tutorial. It was very much requested, and now I'm making the tutorial of each card. That's why I'm sharing just 5, but I have more that you will see soon in other videos. And you will see how I do paper piecing, how I put all the layers, and how I embellish it. And for your convenience, I'm going to put the links of all the dies that I used in the description box. So let's start now. This is a set that says coffee time, and as you can see, it has 5 pieces, and I'm going to make a card with this. I'm going to use this card that is 5 by 6.5, and I'm going to use this paper that is 1/4 of an inch less, okay, on those sides. And the first thing before I glue this one is that I'm going to embellish the border right here. So I'm going to use these items and I'll glue there. And for that, I'm using this die, which is from Inlovearts too, and it's a beautiful lace border, so I'm going to use that. And when you're going to glue something that is with so many holes, it's hard if you don't have a special tip on your glue. I like to use this tacky glue, so I'm going to use a scrap of paper. Okay, as you can see, I have right here the glue that I'm going to use, and here is brush that it has a fine tip. Okay, so I use the brush to put some of the glue, just a little bit, like this. See, I don't like to put too much because then the paper gets wet, so just brush some around and just try to do the edge. And now this is another piece, and I'm going to glue it right here. Now I put tape and I'm going to attach to the card. And when you are going to use tape, okay, it glues very fast and you cannot move it. You get 2 opposite corners, and when you glue, you look at these 2 sides and see if they are even. Okay, for example, right here, I just can see that they are even in these corners, so I just put in there. I cut the cup in pink and I'm going to put it up here. Then it has this piece that I'm going to put on top, and that's the coffee. Then it has this foam in a heart shape, and it has some coffee beans. See, so I'm going to glue this right here. Okay, but for the foam, I'm going to put a little bit of distress on the edges so it can look like the coffee foam, so it will look much better. Now we are going to use the brush again with glue, and I'm going to start with the beans, the coffee beans, and I'm going to attach them where I want them. Then I'm going to do this one, the cup, and for the cup you just need to put all around. You don't need to fill with glue. just like this. Then we are going to add the coffee. And then the cream, right? Then we're going to put the word coffee time. And for this, to make in two colors, you have to choose the colors you want and cut. But one thing that I recommend you is to save every single piece so you can fill every single hole right here, and it looks very nice. And you can use either one. For example, like this, it will say coffee time, or this one right here, or you can use just the word that says coffee right here, and then you can glue the word that says time right here. Okay, it's up to you, and I think it looks much better with this part up here. Okay, so we are going to paper piece this one, and as I said, you save every single piece when you cut. So I'm going to do just this one, and let me put the card on the side, and I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, you first put the big piece, then you turn to that side, and you are going to cut pieces of tape, and you are going to glue on top. For example, right here I have tape, and you can put it right here. Can you see you go across all these pieces? And then on this side we are going to go across all these pieces, see? And we are going to cut the excess right here. See, so you don't see that tape, okay, out of the borders. Now you press very well, and it's better if you get a tool to pick, okay, all the pieces, so you can drop them and fix them with the other hand. See, and because it has that tape, it adheres. Okay, so we have that E right here. And this one is ready to put on the card. See, and now we're going to take that tape, and you can add glue all around. See, and I'm going to add glue right here. and you just put on your card. And right here, this word had to be straight, okay? Compared to this one, it's irregular, but this one has to be straight. So just try to center it where you want and press. Yeah, I'm going to add them right here in the center. And now the card is ready. The next set of dice is this one, and I'm going to use this, look, for Christmas, for a Christmas card. And as you can see, I cut the big one and this one and the small oval. And you don't want to use this one and cut it right here because it will cut on the edge and you will probably won't like the result. So it's better for you to cut like this, like a background, and this one on top. Okay, you can glue on top. Can you see right here? The edge is very tight. And this part up here, it says that is seaweed, but I can use it for Christmas. And you just need to cut up here, see, and then you have this one ready for a Christmas card. And this card is 4¼ by 4½, and I'm going to use more papers, okay, to make the background. So I'm using a white cardstock and I'm going to use this one. Then I'm going to distress the edges of this one, and now I'm going to put them together. And now I have to glue these 3 pieces together, and I have to decide if I'm going to put it this way or this way. For the sentiment, I'm going to use another die from Inlovearts. I don't have the word that says Merry Christmas, but I have this one from Inlovearts that says Season Greetings or Merry Christmas. So I'm going to cut just the word. You don't need to cut everything. And I'm going to paper piece and put it up here in the center. So I think it will go better if it goes like this. For this, I'm going to use like pine's leaves, and I can put it right here. Okay, and I'm going to use one poinsettia flower that I had in my stash, and I have a Christmas card. And this is another set of dice, and it's an apron with a pocket right here, and it has 3 utensils. You can decorate for any theme or season. I'm going to make it for Christmas so you can see how it looks. And the utensils, you can cut them in this silver paper, or you can cut them in craft color and it looks like wood. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use a card that is 4¼ by 5½, and I have a paper which is 1/4 of an inch less than that measurement. Okay, it's a 4 by 5¼ and I'm going to glue this one first. And you get from the 2 corners and match the opposite corners, and your paper is going to be centered. See? Then I cut the apron in this color, and I cut the pocket in red. I have baker's twine in red with white, and I have this one to embellish the pocket. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to glue this one to embellish the pocket. Cut the excess right here. Then I was thinking to put these 2 utensils like this, okay, like this, and this one in the center but a little bit up, so it looks like a bigger spoon. See? And I add glue here, and I will try to go all the way. Can you see? Almost to the end of the apron. Now this one right here, that will go in the center but a little bit up. See? So it looks bigger. Now we can glue this one on top of the apron. Now I want to add more embellishments, and I have these tiny eyelets, and I'm going to put them there. And now this is ready. We are going to pass this way. And now I'm going to use this foam tape to make it dimensional. And to give more interest to the card than this just plain apron, so I'm going to use this die that comes with these two flowers, and I cut just the center in this color in white, and I'm going to glue on the center of the card, and then I'm going to add my apron, and looks much better. Now I peel the tape, and I'm going to attach the apron in the center right here. And now we can glue this one on the sides, and for that I'm going to use fabric tack. And the card is done. The next die that I'm going to use is this one right here, It's a table with a teapot, and right here is a teacup, and it says tea. So I didn't break these in pieces, and I use it like this to cut in gold. Right here are the pieces. As you can see, it has these 3 pieces, and I'm not going to use this one, so I'm going to make a card using these 2. And this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to add this one. And remember, you just need to match the corners. And I'm going to use this one for the border right here, and this one is from Inlovearts as well. There are 2 pieces like this, and I just use this long one, and I cut just a half because it fits. And for this one, because I just use half of the paper, I'm going to finish right here. The end, you just need to round and then do the same as in the other edge. We are going to glue this one right here. And this is how it looks. So now we are going to add this one, and I want this one to be in here in the center of these 2. So I'm going to glue this piece right here. I cut the teapot and the teacup in white cardstock, and I'm going to make a finish right here. See? And now, because I want some gold accents on the teapot, I'm going to cut those pieces. For example, I want the handle in gold, so I'm going to cut the handle out. See? And also I want this part too, and you just cut it out. And then I want the tip right here in gold, so I'm going to cut and when I put on top, you can see those sides accented. And if you want to see a little bit of the separation of the lid right here, you can do it too. For example, I'm going to just cut this part right here. See, so I can put it up here, and I'm going to cut just a little bit right here for the lid, so I can glue this piece right here, and I have it like this. See, I'm going to do the same thing with the teacup. I'm going to cut this part up here, the handle, and I'm going to glue this on top of the teacup, and I have a teacup with a gold handle, and you can hold it from the gold part right here that's not going to be glue, and you just put this one on top, And see, you have one piece. And now for this one, you can do the same thing. It's like painting. We are going to add the glue right here. And we can add the teapot on top. Now we can add the other piece right here. And we have a teapot with gold accents, and now we can glue that teacup on top right here. See? And I'm going to glue just half of the teacup on the table. And this is how the card looks at the end. The next set of dies that I use is this one right here. Here is the lamp, the standing lamp right here. Then the one on the top is this one. Then this one is this beautiful one. And this is the candle that it's right here, the candlestick. And I'm going to use card that is 4¼ by 5½, and I'm going to glue a paper, and I'm going to glue this paper. So I'm going to add the paper, see, and now I'm going to add this doily that I had in my stash, and I'm going to glue this one right here. And I cut little pieces of paper to make right here a decoration on the top. And I'm going to add first the trim right here. Just a little bit curve. I'm going to add the pieces. That go on top. And I begin with the center. You are going to glue this one down Okay, and you can put like two you can put 2 dots of glue, and then you can put this one, the string that is hanging, and cut. And same on the other side. Now I'm going to glue this one right here. Okay, the street lamp right here. Then I have up here my sentiment that says happy birthday, and I'm going to add it up here. And I'm going to add a sentiment right here. And this is how my card looks like. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and please let me know in the comments what did you learn today, and if you like videos like these. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.